The reigning Finals MVP, Kevin Durant, embarks on his quest for a repeat without his MVP teammate, Steph Curry. But an old conference foe is in his path. LaMarcus Aldridge and the Spurs met the end of the road last season against Golden State in the West Finals. Their quest for vengeance begins today. NBA Countdown starts now.
Welcome to NBA Countdown, presented by Mountain Dew Kickstart.
Welcome inside Studio One here in the Heineken Seaport District in New York City with a collection of playoff vets. Here, Paul Pierce, Jalen Rose, Chauncey Billups. I'm Michelle Beadle. Nearly 6 months after the season began, we're almost there. The NBA postseason tips off in 1 hour with the Spurs Warriors over on ABC, followed by a triple header back here on ESPN. So we're going to start with a look at those West brackets. And superstars missing from both teams, Spurs and the Warriors. No Kawhi, no Curry playing today. Blazers and Pelicans will cap off day one of the playoffs at 10:30 Eastern. The other two Western Conference matchups will close out day two on Sunday with Rockets and Wolves putting a bow on all game ones. Taking a look at today's storylines, brought to you by Mitsubishi Motors. Chauncey, Jazz, the only West upset last year over the Clippers. What's your most likely first-round upset so far on the West?
Bees, I don't think there's a likely upset in the first round, in my opinion.
You don't?
But you just mentioned the Jazz. And I tell you what, I think they're going to have a chance, a really good chance in this series. They play so hard defensively. They lock in. This guy right here, Donovan Mitchell, is special. All the role players know that they're role players. They just play a good brand of basketball, and we have to give Quinn Snyder some big credit.
And they're getting hot at the right time.
Yes.
How important is that? It seems key.
And we expect 5 and 4 series to be close. I'm going to go 3-6. How about the Pelicans, led by Anthony Davis, versus the Portland Trail Blazers? And here's why. Nurkic, when he's going, is terrific on the offensive end. He can score on the post. He can rebound the basketball. But you know the one thing he can't do? Guard him. And that's going to be a problem because he's going to get you the boards. He's going to get you the blocks. Rondo's been playing really good basketball. Drew Holiday's been balling this year. I think if there is one, possibly, it's going to be in a 3-6 matchup.
Yeah, that's the same thing I thought, too. I really think that the Pelicans match up well with them, and they have the best player in the center on the team in the series, Anthony Davis. Plus, you have guards that can match up. You got Rondo, Drew Holiday. They can really match up with Damian Lillard, C.J. McCollum, cause nightmares for them, slow them down. But when you have the best player on your side, then I like your chances.
I want to start with you on this one, Paul. You've experienced playoff pressure before. If you had to pick one guy out of the West that's going to feel the most pressure, who are you going with?
If I had to pick one guy out of the West, I would say, James Harden, based on him being the MVP, my regular season MVP. And everybody knows what happened last year in the playoffs. He had a meltdown. So I think, he's going to come out here and really prove to everybody he's the MVP and he can perform under pressure in the playoffs.
Ding, ding, I'm rolling with you. We were disgusted watching James Harden the way he played in Game 6 versus your San Antonio Spurs. They add Chris Paul. He's the number 1 seed. They're firing on all cylinders. Bamute, hopefully they get him back from injury. Tucker brings defense. Ariza and Capella have been playing really well. Eric Gordon was my 6th man of the year. This is the best team that he's had. So I agree with you. James Harden is the guy for me.
I like both of you guys' pick and selection. I think James Harden, there's a ton of pressure on him, but I'm going to go with Kevin Durant.
Oh, fair enough.
I really am. This is former MVP, last year's Finals MVP. Without Steph Curry, there's a little pressure on him to keep this team afloat. And I mean, over the last, we know the struggles that they've had, but he's back, he's ready to go, he's motivated, but I think he has something to prove from a standpoint of, can you keep this team afloat? Because they're different without Steph Curry.
I think he got a pass because Kawhi's not playing. Now, if Kawhi was playing...
You think he really is getting a pass?
Well, he already won Finals MVP and dropped the mic.
Well, this is not just, to me, it's more than just first round. Say Steph doesn't come out to the maybe end of the second round. We still got to expect that KD is going to lead this team, to some prominent wins.
Right, because every time we refer, Steph's not playing, as if there's just scrubs left on the, and it's not the case.
Right.
Kevin Durant is still there. Last 3 seasons, it has been the Warriors coming out of the West. Do you see a little bit more of the same, or are we going to have a new faces in the mix?
No, they got to show me. Houston has to show me. I think Houston makes it to the conference finals, but CP3 and James Harden have ghosts they need to exercise in the playoffs. We all know this. But if Steph Curry comes back, as you mentioned, they have 4 All-Stars. I want to see Draymond Green get back to playing at a high level. I think he's one of the players that really struggles without Steph because he becomes a secondary playmaker who can also lead the team in rebounds. And it seems like when his offense is going, his defense of intensity is a little bit better. So Draymond Green is going to benefit. Klay Thompson's going to benefit. I still feel like the Warriors win the West.
To me, it's yet to be determined. It really is until
Well,
Steph comes
obviously,
back.
Chauncey.
Well, but seriously,
Come on.
it's yet to be determined. But here's
Take a
why.
guess.
Oh, you have to be determined.
But here's why. Here's why. It hasn't happened yet. I like where y'all going.
Yeah, like you
it.
got
Good
you.
job,
We got
D.
you.
Good morning.
Good
Happy
job,
to the
D.
playoffs. for
Hello.
y'all. However, it's all based on, to me, if Steph is 80% healthy, the way that you have to play him defensively, he causes a lot of problems. Then you got a guy like Draymond who's playing at the all-star level again, as you mentioned. But if he's not, Houston will be representing the Western Conference in the finals.
I still think, like you said, like Jada said, Golden State, you have to knock the champ off. I mean, just because no Steph Curry, we know Steph Curry will be available later in the playoff rounds. We know they're going to get there. And so, to me, it's the Warriors over the last 3 years. They've been to the finals. They know how to turn it up. They know how to be ready for this moment. So it's got to be them. You know, the question mark is still out on Houston. Playoff pressure with James and CP. I like them. You know, they're the best team in the regular season, but we all know that you have to beat the champ to beat the champ.
Okay, so none of y'all wanted to just be the guy. You didn't want to come out and just
No hot
make a
take.
bold prediction.
We can ask you.